right, good morning to you all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to this Wednesday edition of Family Morning Transformation with yours truly, DMPSpeaks. I'm prayerfully that you all are doing well on this wonderful morning. Listen. My name is David M. Pinkston, but I go by the name of DMP Speaks. I am an empowerment speaker. I am a board certified Christian counselor and a family coach. I come to help your family be better. I come to help your family transform because I believe every family deserves transformation. Doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter your background. Every family has some kind of issue, whether it's small or big. And I come as your family coach, family restoration specialist, however you want to call me, to restore what's been lost or to begin something that was never there in the first place. I want to see your family do better. And I do these Monday through Friday. I do these sessions Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, not just for your viewing pleasure, but to help your family become better. So with that, welcome. This is wonderful and an exciting day. And you want to know why it's an exciting day? Because we're all alive. And not only that we're alive, we're breathing. And not only are we breathing, I believe that these next 3 days are going to be helpful for you because we have a 3-day theme entitled For the Love of the Family or For the Love of Your Family. Let's put a little connotation to that. For the love of your family. And the first day, this is day one of this, we're going to talk about there must be a sacrifice. I'll say it again. For the love of your family, there must be a sacrifice from you. Listen, guys, do me a huge favor. I need you to all, as you come on, say good morning. Tell me where you are watching from, but also please click that share button and click the like button. Let me say that again. Please share this on your page and share it with someone, tag someone in here, because I believe for the next 3 days, your love for your family or for the love of the family, it's going to even grow even more because of what we're going to talk about. Now, each session will not be super long, but I believe it will be helpful for you all to gain the knowledge and understanding and some insight because it's important. Everybody doesn't know everything. I don't know everything, but I do believe because of my experience and this being a part of my purpose that I have something to give you all that's going to help in the next few moments. So again, please share this, tag someone, like this, because this is going to be life-changing. I'm not just saying it to say it. I believe it's going to be life-changing for you all. So again, there must be a sacrifice. I'm going to give you, if you give me about 5 or 6, 7 minutes, I'm going to be out of your way. And again, please share this with someone. There has to be a sacrifice when it comes to our families. There's no possible way that you can be a parent these days and not make sacrifices. Yes, I know you are paying the bills and you're doing this and doing that. I'm talking about sacrificing things, time, effort. I'm talking about people, places, things. I'm talking about that kind of sacrifice of something that you feel that I'm trying to say how to say it to be nice. As a parent, it's already hard and difficult because you already have your child already being bombarded at school, bombarded on social media, bombarded with friends or friends that they think they're friends, but they're non-friends, trying to get them to do certain things. So you're already bombarded, you're being attacked. There's a lot of families, all of our families are being attacked some way, somehow. Now you might say, well, DMP speaks, what does this have to do with having a sacrifice? And I'm gonna tell you what it has to do with making a sacrifice, excuse me. When we have these attacks on our family, when we have our situations, doesn't matter how much money you have or prestige or power or influence or you don't have, every family goes through this. Every family goes through some kind of turmoil, some kind of argument, some kind of situation, some kind of difficulty, because that's a part of life. But we have to learn from them. We have to make sacrifices sometimes instead of us always having to go on trips. Maybe we need to spend some time together in the house in our family. We need to start talking about real things in the four walls of our family. Because if we don't start talking, if we don't start having these realistic conversations, if we don't look at how our children are being affected and paying attention and taking that sacrifice and making that sacrifice a part of our daily routine, to look at what they're listening to, right? To listen what they're listening to, look at what they're looking at, paying attention to what is out there, the information that is out there. I don't care if it's religious, if it's religious jargon, whatever it is. We got to make a sacrifice. We just can't live the way we've been living and expect great results. I'm just going to be honest, even with my son, there's a lot of influences. There's a lot of detours that he could be a part of. He just could be a part of. And me and my wife, even his father and bonus mom, if we don't pay attention to the music that he listens to, pay attention to where he wants to go and what he wants to be involved or associated with, I have to make a sacrifice. I can't just be in myself. And a lot of times we have these problems with our children because we're so in tune with what we are doing. We're not really in tune for the love of our families. We're not in tune with our child and what they need at that particular time. Sometimes the sacrifice may be, hey man, love you guys, but my daughter need me right now. Right? For the next few weeks, maybe the month or a month and a half or 2 months, she's been, whatever the situation is, but I really need to spend more time with her. Hey, fellas, love you guys, but I need to spend more time with my son, my family in general. For the love of my family, I got to make this sacrifice. You might have to cut down on all of your hours. Maybe you are working a lot and you are the breadwinner. Right? And you might be the single mom. You might be the single dad. There's some single dads out there. My brother-in-law, he's a wonderful single father. I mean, incredible. Shout out to my bro, William. He's an incredible father. But we know in today's society, we got a lot of beautiful, wonderful queens out there that are holding down, they're working, and they're doing all, but you might have to make some sacrifices. And I know, Mom, that you're making many, many, many sacrifices. But for the love of your family, there are certain things that you might have to put on hold, not so much stop doing. I'm not saying not to have a life. But if your child is suffering because of your other activities or your other things for a moment, you might need to really kind of bear down for the love of your family. And I know some of you might disagree, but hear what I'm saying. Just hear my heart. Some of our families are suffering because there is not enough of sacrifice. Some might argue, and that's okay. But I know I spent time with this topic. We have to be able to make a sacrifice that is going to be effective, with our families, with our children, because we cannot lose our family. Let's just put everything on the table. You love your family too much to see them go down. You love your family way too much to see your family go down. You've put too much time and effort in the beginning of sacrifice. But there got to be more of a sacrifice. I know that there are families out there right now that are listening to this or are going to listen to the replay. They're saying, well, DMP speaks, I understand, but I disagree with you. I've been making sacrifice all my life. Well, until things become different, we still got to make those sacrifices. We still got to make that time. We still got to sometimes just come home and play games with our children and talk with them and play their video games and do certain things that they like, because we don't want to lose our children. Are we losing our children to guns? We're losing our children to social media. And what I mean, everything on social media is not bad, but there are certain things that social media brings, that people display on social media, that is not good for our children. A lot of, if I could say this, fathers that are not in your child's life, and you're mad because your as a baby mama, I hate that term, but your child or your children's mother put you on child support, and you don't want to see your child or children because because she put you on child support. Don't you know how you are affecting that child not seeing them because you're worrying about the money? I know money breaks up families, but your child is suffering because you got to put out a little bit more money. I know it's hard. I couldn't imagine you have to be able, you working, you're doing the best you can, and then you have to pay. But that is the sacrifice. For the love of your family, there are certain things that you have to do, whether you want to do it or not. There are sacrifices that we all have to make. I make sacrifices. I do certain things that my family don't know that I do, but I do it to protect them. Not just protect them physically, but I protect them spiritually. I protect them, and I make a sacrifice emotionally, psychologically, relationally with other people, job-wise, money, finances. I make sacrifices because I want to see them win in every area. And if something is not winning, I have to make a sacrifice, because the sacrifices that I make now, we will only be able to reap the benefits of those sacrifices later on down the line. So I want to end you in this session with this thought. For the love of your family, there must be a sacrifice from you. You can't look for other people to make sacrifices on behalf of your own particular family. God gave you this family. I'll say it again. God gave you this family. And because he gave you this family, there are certain things that you must do. Mom and even dad, or grandma, grandpa, whoever, aunt, uncle, however your family dynamic looks, there is a responsibility that you have to govern over what he is giving you, to make a sacrifice for the greater good, for the love of your family. There are certain things that you must do in order to win. And some of you that are listening today, there's somebody out there that needs a program that's going to help them transform their families. I have a program called the Family Transformation Program. I want to see your family in the next 5 or 6 months transform from how you used to do things to something brand new. Does that make sense? Because listen, we need to take at least 6 months to a year to change your family around. Maybe you've been doing things the same way. The sacrifice feels like a sacrifice, but it hasn't really been a sacrifice. But for the love of your family, you need this program. You need family coaching. You need a family coach. You might not feel like you need it, but some of you do. I'm just being honest. And I'm confident in what I'm saying because I've done a lot of praying. I've done a lot of soul searching. And I know that this family transformation program is only going to help you become and your family become the best version that you've never seen before. And I want to help you do that the best way that I can. So if that is you, or if you know somebody that needs this family transformation program, I want you to go to my social media pages and I want you to sign up for your discovery call, or you can email me at DMPSpeaksLLC@gmail.com. Again, DMPSpeaksLLC@gmail.com. One more time. DMPSpeaksLLC@gmail.com. Guys, thank you so much for your time. I greatly appreciate it. Again, I have 10 slots open. I'm not closing it until I at least get 10 slots. I can only take 10 people, 10 families. I already have some individuals that I work with, and I'll be bringing, and I want to say this as well, kind of cut myself off. I will be bringing back my podcast in the next couple of weeks. You will see some information, but I'm bringing my podcast back. It's going to have a new time. It's just going to be different. You just gotta watch. You just gotta be a part. And we're going to be working on something as well at the beginning of the year. But I'm going to be sharing some information about some exciting information that just happened to me and my family very soon. Guys, watch out for that. Listen, I really appreciate your time. Again, I have 10 slots open for the Family Transformation Program. You don't want to miss it. I want to show you this information, but I will see you tomorrow for part 2 of this thing called For the Love of Your Family. Peace.